Seriously. I may have to go get a charger. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Crafty Blessings with Auntie. As you come on, if you will say hello, and if you're seeing this, you're probably seeing a replay. If you put hashtag replay, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Connect the charger. Oh, I gotta go get a charger. I'll be right back. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry for walking out, but I got a second device I've been trying to use for my comments. It's dying. It doesn't. It's old. It doesn't hold a charge very long. Hopefully I can get it so I can use it. Hello, Krista. Krista, thank you for spreading the blessings. Hi, Carol Ruth. Happy Thursday to you too. Thank you for spreading the blessings. Let's see if this will let me use it here in a second. Crash. Hope it doesn't jerk it off the table. Okay. So today is an event I am in, and it's the Stand Tall Crafting Group. And today is Thursday, May the 22nd. And it's Crafter Choice. And so 2 creators were before me, and that was BB Crafts, and that was Bernice. And if you missed her, please go back if you can at all and see the replay. You can find that on the Stand Tall Crafting Group. And she made a really cute mailbox and made it into a little gnome house. It was just so adorable. And she was working out the kinks with how she was going to attach it to her stand, but I think she got it figured out. And then after her, we had JEF Creations, an old lady making things, Miss Jim. And I didn't see everything of Miss Jim's, but I know she had a beautiful green cross with texture. It was just awesome looking when I came back on. I've been in and out of her live. And then now you have me is Crafty Blessings with Angie. And after me, we have Crafting with Donna. We had a change in schedule and she's filling in. And y'all, she's a really, really fun crafter. I hope you'll go and you'll watch her. And if you like Southern accents, she's got one. At least I think it's Southern. Anyway, and then after her is Vintage Country Crafting, and that's Janice. And then at 6 o'clock, Your Craft Cottage. And at 7, we got Jeannie's Palette. And we end the night with Carol Ruth at Carol Ruth's Creation Station. So it's a wonderful lineup. I hope you will participate and go to the Stand Tall Crafting Group so you can see everyone there. And hopefully I can get this thing to open and let me. It might not with it being on the charger. So I wanted to send myself to my Crafty Blessings with Angie's Crafty Friends, but I don't guess I will. And I'll just have to try to watch comments up there. Hello, Dawn. Thank you, Miss Junes. Yes, it did turn out beautiful. Miss Jim makes beautiful things, and she's so creative. So today, y'all, I've got some smaller items that I was going to work on, and I'm using some printables again. It seems like that's all I'm doing lately is using printables. But these printables are just amazing. They're from Vintage Roots Digital Designs. I actually wrote it down today. It's free printables. That's when you go to search the group, if you type in Vintage Roots Digital Designs, it's got a dash and then free printables. If you join that group, there is amazing free printables. She usually puts them like in categories. She has them saved in little groups so you can go and find things that you're looking for. It's amazing. I am so thankful that I found that group. I just love it. See, there's Crafting with Donna. She's going to be up after me. And so check out Vintage Roots Digital Designs free printables, because I'm going to use some of their printables today. And so I want to make sure, anytime I do something like that, I like to give credit where credit's due. Hi, Nora. Thank you for being here. You're amazing. I just love seeing you pop up on my lives. Okay. So, when I use printables, as all of you who watch me pretty often, you know that, we iron them first. So I haven't done that because I feel like it's necessary that you see people doing this stuff so you remember. Because it can get quite discouraging to print something out of your printer and go to decoupage it and it's just a mess, because your Mod Podge runs and the ink smears and you just get frustrated. And I did that over and over and over again, trying different techniques, and that didn't work well. This works perfect. I haven't had a bit of trouble since I started. So I love sharing this tip so that you can use printables. So I always lay me a piece of fabric or something, and I keep this in my chair. And it's a little thicker, and then I lay my printables. Now, I printed 2 sizes. I'm not sure exactly which sheet I'm going to use for which. So we're going to iron both sheets, probably one at a time. Let's start with the bigger ones. See these? Aren't these so cute? Now, I did them in 2 sizes so that I think one of them was just a little too big, so I wanted it smaller. When Nora isn't with us, I go look. Yes, that's right. She is such a great supporter. And if I'm understanding, she's made her move to East Tennessee now. I'm so excited that she's living in that area because I get to go there occasionally. I used to live there. I used to live in the county she's living in. And I have friends there. And so if I get to make a trip anytime in the future, I want to go and meet Nora. So I'm just ironing it. You want it to get hot. I mean, you don't have to iron it forever, but you do need it to get hot enough to set that ink into that paper, okay? And so that it won't smear or do anything when you use Mod Podge. And when I use Mod Podge, every time since I've started doing this, I haven't had a bit of trouble, even if I put a top coat on top of my design. Yes, she is. She's awesome, isn't she, Carol Ruth? I just love her. And she's always so positive and friendly and encouraging to all of us. I think sometimes we take for granted those that are just watchers, that, they don't really have to watch. But they're here because they want to be, and they like to watch us and be a part of our lives. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. That would be so, yes, I know. Maybe one day. I have my very best friend lives in Morristown, and I have a close friend that I used to work with that lives in well, I'm not sure if she still lives in Dandridge, but she has a business in Dandridge. Molly's Ice Cream and Treats. I'm not sure how it's worded. It's Molly's, though. MOLLY apostrophe S. And she makes cakes and ice creams, and she has a cute little shop there. She used to work with me in the grocery store, and she was a florist. And she worked in our company that we worked for. I'm going to iron this one. She worked there many years, and then she finally decided she wanted to start doing something different, and so she opened up an ice cream shop. Hunt her down. Yes. Mm-mm. And I haven't gotten to go to Molly's shop since she opened it. I just don't get to travel that much. Your youngest son lives in Dandridge. Yay! I thought that's where you were moving, was Dandridge. Okay. So I got those. I think that's good on the ironing. So now to show you what we're going to do with them. So I got, I'm just into throwing things today, y'all. I don't know why. When Hobby Lobby recently had their Easter stuff for 90% off, and I got some of these. You see it has a little tiny carrot burned into it. And they were 90% off, so I paid 29 cents, or 30 cents basically, for these little cutting boards. So I thought I would do a few of those. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to paint them. Because I want that look. So I'm going to take some paint, and I say them. I've got more than one. We're going to start with one and go from there. Because you know me, sometimes I talk too much, and I end up only getting one or two done. Okay, so we're going to use some paint. And I'm using Waverly chalk paint in the plaster color. I'm living in a little town called Jones Covey. Oh, it's actually a Sevierville address. Oh, you're a little farther up than what I realized. Which, you know, Dandridge and Newport and all those are not that far away from Sevierville. So you're really close. See, not in 23, we went on a family vacation to Pigeon Forge. And we haven't went back since then, but we go there occasionally. My husband's on the cruise trip thing now. I would be content with just the mountain trip. But he loves the water and all that. And my daughter was and her husband was planning a cruise trip. They've been planning it since last year. And they've been begging us to go with them. And, you know, they're sharing a bigger suite with his parents and his little sister. And so we decided that we're going to do that with them, but it won't be till October. But we're getting, of course, our own room and everything. So we decided to do that instead of a mountain trip. And my husband gave me, you know, he wants me to be happy too, but I know how much he loves it, and my daughter's just wanting us to go so bad. So I'll be happy. Hopefully. Last time we went on a cruise. This is going to be a different cruise ship. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. The only thing I didn't enjoy was when we ported, but we went in August and it was really hot. And I got overheated really bad. I think I almost got dehydrated. And that's scary for me. I struggle with dehydration. So it kind of makes you a little bit cautious. But I know now to be more prepared when I go on port and make sure I carry plenty of water and stuff with me to drink. Because the ports are so crowded, it's hard to get in anywhere to get you a drink, even to purchase one. We were having trouble with that. We finally found a place, but I will be better prepared. Hi, Mary Tayo. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. I see Melissa. Thank you, Melissa, for coming on. But we're excited about it. Terry's really, really excited. And he works so hard, y'all, and does so much. He deserves to have a trip that he enjoys. So I'm happy. I forgot to send a telegram and everything again. I'm so crazy, I tell y'all. I really am. This thing still won't let me, even at 15%. Now maybe it will. Maybe. I can't send Telegram. I need to do that. I need to delete some stuff off that and put Telegram on it so I can send Telegram with it. Because I forget Telegram and I'm already live. So I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope you've enjoyed the creators that was live before me. We had Bernice from BB Crafts that was before me. And then we had Miss Jim from JEF Creations. And after me, we have Crafting with Donna. And she may be new to a lot of you. She's kind of newer to doing events. And I hope that y'all will check her out and all the other creators that are in the event today. Okay, we got a coat of paint on this. Now let's just dry it some more. Let's see if we can get this phone to cooperate. Come on, go. Thank you. I despise Android phones, y'all. I'm on loss prevention somehow. Here we go. I wish I had an older iPhone to use instead of an Android. I should be thankful for what I got, huh? Just be thankful, Angie. Be thankful. At least you got an old phone to use. It may be slower than Christmas, but you got one. Goodness, it is so slow. I don't even know if it's going to let me do anything. It's crazy. I apologize, y'all. I just want to hopefully get me shared to my two groups. Okay. Android did have a big update. Now you can no longer see what you're typing. Oh, no. That's an Android? which the only time I ever use an Android phone is if I'm helping my husband, because he has an Android phone, and he won't go to an iPhone. I begged him. Or two, I'm using it in here for reading comments. Otherwise, I'm an iPhone person. And they get on my nerves sometimes. No, I didn't bring my drink, and my mouth is so dry. Hold on a second. I just gotta have it. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so we got a coat of paint on here, and you can still see the little carrot right here because it's engraved into the wood or burned into the wood. So I'm going to use the opposite side for my design. It is so aggravating. I don't know. I know that they have to do things. They have to do updates because of things changing. But it seems like there's people out there, and I guess it's job security, that just don't have anything better to do than to say, oh, I think we should do such and such, and they change things. That's not really the kind of brush I want for Mod Podge. Y'all, I had planned to wash my brushes that were sitting over there. I'm using a Mod Podge Matte. And this month is Mod Podge month with Plaid. Did you know that Mod Podge is celebrating 58 years? I had no idea. I didn't know Mod Podge was that old. I had no idea. So, y'all, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I don't even have my design done out. I think we're going to start with this one right here, this rooster right here. He's all patriotic. And I've got some water right here. And I'm going to dip a paintbrush in my water and go around my rooster. I put a reel up yesterday. I had a challenge to do using a new kind of Mod Podge that I'm not a big fan of it. But I did finally find something that would work okay with using it. So I finished my challenge yesterday and was able to post my video. And I like how it turned out. I just was having such a hard time coming up with something. But Mod Podge texture, Mod Podge, it's different. When you put it on, you're supposed to dip what you're going to use. You dip it in it, like if you're going to use fabric or lace, or you want to use it with florals, or you want to use it, you're supposed to dip what you're going to use in it and then apply it to your surface. And it's really, really different. And when you dip it in it, it becomes white like paint. Okay? So then you can paint it whatever color. Or, and this is what I should have done, you always think about it later. You can also pour paint in with it and tint the Mod Podge before you apply it to what you want to stiffen or add it to. And that's what I think the next time I try it, I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to add some paint in because that was the hardest part of my craft when I was making it. It's so after you do it and applying the paint to it the way I did mine. If I was using lace, it would have been easier. But you can actually mix the paint in with it and tint it. Okay, so got our little rooster. And we're going to apply our little rooster. I'm not putting it all the way to the top because I want to put a little bow up there and a little bit of extra stuff. So we're just going to put it right on there. And we're going to rub it down good. And let's iron it. And I already got the iron still hot right here. So, did you all know that Mod Podge had been out that many years? I had no idea. I should have done a trivia question with that. Mod Podge also has a new crystal clear. I want that one. I will be getting me some crystal clear. I wish that is what I got for my challenge because some people did. See how cute? How cute is that? So now I've got some. I see my up here at the top needs another coat of paint. You can see the difference, and I don't like that. Let me put another coat of paint up here. Okay, let's dry that. I should have wrote down some Mod Podge facts and done some trivia with y'all. I know some people are not a fan of Mod Podge and they like to use decoupage glues and different things from different companies, and that's great. But I really do like Mod Podge for the most part. My favorite one so far that I've got to use, though, is the Super Matte. Because unlike this one is matte. But I know you probably can't see it in the camera, but you can see where the Mod Podge was and where it wasn't. So anytime I use it, I always just make sure that I put it on the whole entire design. So you don't see the difference. Because you can. Now the Super Matte, I couldn't. I really couldn't. But this matte is not totally matte. It leaves a little shine, which is fine. But not if you want it really flat. You know, you don't want to shine if you want something to be flat. But I'm going to seal my whole design, top and everything with it. Sometimes when you're applying that second coat that coat to the top, you might get a couple little bubbles pop up. But generally you don't unless you didn't really get a good coat on the bottom and it didn't get pressed down really good. If you get that good coat on the bottom, you generally don't. I'm so sorry, Krista, that they just want to give you such a hard time. I don't think that they take into consideration sometimes people that have vision issues and that, you know, they can't play around with that kind of stuff. It makes it so hard. It's almost like, did I use this for paint? I don't think so. My Mod Podge looks like I have paint mixed in it. I wonder if that was still a little wet and I got a little paint. It's not as clear there as I want it to be. I think I got some paint from that wet paint and it wasn't dry all the way. Oh well, you know, hey. I wonder. Let me see. Maybe I can, without messing it up. Angie sometimes messes things up trying to fix things. Yeah, you better just leave it alone. I think what happened was this wasn't totally dry, and I used that Mod Podge on it and got paint in my Mod Podge brush. Oh well. I'm just a crafter here, no professional. No professional here, that's for sure. I'll show you what I mean. You see, it's got like a white color over top of my design. Not happy with that. Really not. Okay, let's do a different one. We're going to skip this one for now. We're going to paint another one. Where I find... There, they forgot they fell on the floor. Earlier today, I was messing with my... Trying to get my... All of my ribbon was just a mess. Just a mess. I finally got it a little bit better organized. Let's try not to do that on this one. So, there's a lot of graduations going on. Does anyone have a graduate this year? Maybe a kindergarten graduate, a preschool graduate, a middle school, high school, college. You got any of those in your family this year? I don't have any personally, but I have some. We have some at our church. We have 2 college graduates this year at our church, and we have 3 high school graduates. 2 that are being recognized, and 1 we may be adding on. He don't come all the time, but I talked to his grandmother today, and she's going to try to talk him into at least coming to graduation dinner. What we do every year if we have graduates, we celebrate them with a dinner after church, and they set up tables. You had 8, Patty. Wow. They set up tables in our fellowship hall and decorate it, showing their achievements and their successes, and everyone brings them cards and small little gifts and things like that. Hello, hello. Hi, Your Craft Cottage. She is up later today, so at 6 p.m. Central Time. Thank you for coming. Your Paisley graduated, no longer. Oh. Celebrate, celebrate. No longer have to sleep in the kennel. Hopefully she don't backtrack. We had a couple pre-K that they don't come to our church on Sundays, so I guess they're not participating in they come on Wednesdays and Wednesday nights to our church, but not on Sundays, because they go to church. Their parents pastor a church, but they don't have Wednesday night church, so they come to our church on Wednesday nights. But they didn't put them down to participate, I guess because it's on a Sunday. sometimes they do come if we have special dinners or stuff. They'll come after their service is over and join in with us, but they had 2 pre-Ks. Let me try this. It only took her 4 years and 3 months. Patty had 8. 2 of them, Mom and Dad graduated from high school. We had 1 college, and the rest were okay. I don't know. She might have stayed in the kennel, Krista. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for spreading the blessings. I'm trying to make sure I don't make the same mistakes I made on the last one. Make sure I get this good and dry. Sorry, y'all. I have to have another drink. Okay. It's still a little bit different color, but I'm not going to repeat that again. Okay, let's see. I think I want this one. Let me get my little paintbrush with my water, and we're going to go around this rooster. I love these Patriotic roosters, and if you missed, these designs came from Vintage Roots Digital Designs. I wrote it down just to make sure. Vintage Roots Digital Designs - free printable group. And she has amazing free printables. You can join that group. You can print them yourself. If you're using an inkjet printer, just iron it. Iron your design. You can use your regular iron for clothes or whatever. Just make sure you get it good and heated to set that design into the paper. And then you can decoupage with it. Oh! No. You tore in the wrong spot. Get a little more water. I just print on regular printing paper. I have printed on rice paper. I have some that I bought. But it gets jammed in my printer just a little too much, and it drives me crazy. So I just started printing on regular paper. Krista. Okay. So this is a little bigger than the design, but we're going to shift it and make it work. We'll cut off a little bit of the flowers right there, but that's okay. Let's put our Mod Podge on. You heat set yours and they still bleed? Well, that's crazy. What kind of printer you got? I have an HP, and I love an HP printer. It's just my favorite printer. Prints out beautiful prints. And I subscribe to the instant ink program and the paper. I get their paper too. And I never run out of ink or paper. And it's 40 mine because I get the maximum amount of sheets. And they roll over if I don't use them all. Y'all, I didn't dry that and all that stuff, which is fine. But I get the maximum amount of sheets is 700 a month. but I use a lot because I do all my church printing, okay? So you won't need that many. You see what I just did? I dipped it in the paint. I might have done that earlier. Glad I seen that before I continued. You have an HP? My goodness. You sure your heat setting it good? You might need to turn that temperature up. You're enrolled in the ink too? I love the ink. I don't like running out of ink. I live in a rural area, and anywhere to go and get ink, it's a drive. So when I found out about instant ink, I was like, yes, please mail me ink. And I never go over on my sheets, but I had a lot of rollovers. During COVID, I still went ahead and paid the monthly fee and kept getting, so I have a lot of rollovers because we didn't have church every Sunday during COVID. We went several weeks without having church. Make sure I don't get in that paint right there, or I'll have the same problem on this one that I had on the other one. Now, I might have more wrinkles because I didn't dry this. I didn't do what I was supposed to. But you see, Krista, there's no bleeding. Even on the red comb on his head. And I got it on front and back. It's on the back end. I just put a coat on the top. I'm not sure why yours is. You need to get enrolled in HP Ink. You go through a lot. Yes, you need to do it. And Donna, if you would like, and no pressure, but I do have a code I can send you, and you would get a free month, and I get a free month. But I don't ever push that, A lot of times if you buy an HP printer, it comes with so many months free. And then if you use someone's code, you get another month free. But I don't ever push that. If you do it, I'm happy you do it. And it's totally up to you. I've had a couple people that I've sent my link to, and they signed up under me, and I got a free month. Now, I don't get my paper free, but I do get my ink free. But my paper's only $10 a month. I get 700 sheets of paper every month for $10 a month. And if you go in and buy a good quality print paper, because I have to buy a good quality paper for printing church bulletins, you go buy a good quality pack of paper at Walmart, you're going to pay almost $10 for one. A 500. I think it's like seven something the last time I bought some. It's amazing. I love it. I love it, and I highly recommend it. Now, when I did switch printers, my printer died, and I had to get a new printer, and I switched into my account and added the new printer, took the old printer off. It took them a little bit to get me. A few times I was really close to running out of ink and didn't have ink. One time I had to actually change some colors in my church bulletin in order for it to print them, all of my bulletins. But now that I've had that printer a little bit, I have extra ink in there, and I don't have to worry about running out. So, and the cool thing is you can print full sheets color. It doesn't matter what you print. If it's black and white color, what it is, you just get ever how many sheets you sign up for. I know, I feel like a commercial. I don't like doing that, but it's such a great program, even if, no matter what you do. Okay, I'll send you one. And if you have somebody else that has it and you want to use their code, that's fine too. But I'll send you the information and you decide. No pressure. Why am I putting stuff away? I got one more to make if I have enough time. Oh, goodness. Up after me is Crafting with Donna. And I'm sure she's going to do something great. Y'all, she did one of those boots. One time I watched her. I can't remember what event it was. But I remember watching her do a boot. I did a boot yesterday just on a video. It's up there. I did a pre-recorded video for my plaid ambassador program. Okay, so I got this, and so I was playing around with some ribbon and trying to decide about a simple little bow. Okay, so I was playing around with some just little pieces of ribbon, and I think that's all I'm going to really put on these is just a really simple little bow. The only thing is, I think I want to tie it with jute instead of that red string. So let's play this a little different. Because that string just don't get tight like jute will. Most of you that know me know I like to tie bows with jute. It pulls tighter and it's just better. And I gotta buy me some jute because I am getting low. So this is just strips of ribbon. This is not my favorite way to make bows, but if you want little bows, you just about have to use little ribbon. And it doesn't have wire in it, so it's a little bit harder. So what I do is I just kind of crisscross them like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this blue one. Oh, Lord, there's a bug in here. That's a wasp. That's a wasp. You just stay up there, mister. Hey. I do not like wasps, y'all. I really, really, really don't. And I had a fly swat in here. And I could kill him right now if I had it. Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry, but... He's a big old... Oh, I hit him, but I didn't hurt him. Now he's mad. Okay. He's over there somewhere. You better stay over there somewhere. Oh, when you know, he'd come back over here. Where did he go? Oh, goodness, y'all. I hope he's not on me. I have a panic attacks when it comes to these things. I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went. Okay, I hear him again. I think he's up there. I have shelves all on the side of the room, and I have empty boxes like for shipping stuff up there. And I think he's up there. We'll go on a wasp adventure. So up after me is Crafting with Donna. I hope you will go and see her and see what she makes. I'm sorry I'm not doing a more interesting craft. You got off at one today, so I'm just slapping something together. I'm sure you're going to do great. Okay, so I don't know where he went. I don't hear him, her, whatever it is. Does anyone else freak out about Wasp. Okay, so we're going to glue this. I still haven't went and got my cordless glue tool out of the car. It's in a basket in the back of my car where I helped with the baby shower. I never have brought it in the house. I hear it again. Oh, I see it. Oh, goodness. I see it. But he's not very flat right now, so I'm scared to try to hit him. Stay up there, Mr. Wasp. I'm so sorry, Andy. I think I called you Donna when I came on. Donna's up next. Donna is up next. It's okay. I have a hard time with your name. I'm scared to say it. I'll say it wrong. Gazelle. I think. Gazelle. I always get her name wrong. So I completely. It's fine. Yes, we appreciate you, Donna, for jumping in and helping out to do that fill-in spot. You know, this is Krista's event, and Krista's an amazing host. She works really hard to keep us all straight and keep us all going. But we're all a team here, you know, and we all kind of work together and cheer each other on and uplift each other. That's why I love this event so much. I think I'm going to find a little button to put in the middle. A little button. Wish I had a white. I don't really have a white colored one that would work. Or a navy. There's a blue. It's not quite as big as I would have liked. Earlier today, y'all, my daughter is not feeling well. She's got a sinus infection. And I thought I was getting one too. So I took half of a Sudafed. I can't take a whole one. It makes my blood pressure go crazy. Oops. And so far, I think it's helped. Oh, that wasp has me all. Sorry. I just don't want it to come flying down here on me. Oh. I don't like bugs. I don't like mice. I don't like snakes. Like none of that. None of that stuff. Put a dabble of blue right there in our button. Oh, Angie, you would do that. Buttons have holes in them. And when you press in the middle, you get glue all over your fingers. Like I just did. I'll probably trim that up a little bit. Okay. If I could just get it. I know you told me before, that's it, but I wasn't sure which one was that it. So that's why I just say, your craft cottage. Okay. So this one I'm not very happy with because I accidentally got paint in my Mod Podge, y'all. And so I'm probably going to redo it. I'm probably going to put another print over the top of it. And I'll probably have to print that out because this print is too big. Well, you know, this one might work. We're going to try. We're going to try. We'll have to cut off extra on the edges. See if we can do it. With these little things like this, they make a cute little gift if you want to give somebody a little pick-me-up or something to go on a tiered tray. If anybody does that anymore, they're not as popular as they used to be. Or just to set in a windowsill in your kitchen or hang somewhere. If you were doing a little kitchen arrangement to hang on your wall, you could add this into it. Like if you were doing a little wreath and added some little kitchen tools with it or something like that. There's just so many things you can do with these little tiny cutting boards. I think we're just going to overlay it and we'll trim off what don't. That's what I think I'm going to do. Find the right Mod Podge. Our next creator is Donna at Crafting with Donna. She is a wonderful, wonderful crafter. I've watched her several times since I found her. And she makes some really cute crafts. And I just love to hear her talk. She has a great personality and she's just fun and she's down to earth. And that wasp is up there and it's driving me crazy. Oh, Hannah. If Hannah was on here, she'd be laughing at me. She wouldn't be in here, though. I guarantee you, if Hannah was here, or Madison, either one, they would already have evacuated the room. They're really, really whatever about wasp. Oh, wait. I wanted to go up higher. There we go. I don't know why. I have this bad habit putting my brush away when I'm not ready to put my brush away. You would think by now I would have learned not to do that. But no, not Auntie. So I got 4 minutes, y'all. Maybe I'll get this one done in 4 minutes. If I don't, I will post a finished photo. I hope that you've enjoyed this a little bit and enjoyed our conversation at least. Thank you all for being here and being a part of my lives. And just thank you for your support. You know, whether you're watching, if you're watching live, you're watching on replay, you're seeing a reel, whatever it is, it's so helpful to us as creators. Clicking on our pictures that we post, saying good morning, any of that really helps us. And it makes us, not just as far as Facebook and algorithm, but just as to give us the motivation to keep doing this, you know. This is not a money-making thing for me majorly. I mean, I make a little tiny bit of money, not very much. I spend more than I make. And, but it is good for my mind. And I love seeing you all, talking to you, communicating with you, and I try my best to be that blessing, be a blessing. I keep that phrase behind me all the time since I started this. Be a blessing. Who can you uplift, encourage, or inspire? And if I make anything that inspires you or helps another person, that's all that matters to me. I like to help, and I like to be a blessing. And so I encourage you to do that too. It really does your heart good to know that you're helping someone and you're making a difference. I worked in the public for several years in a grocery store, and some days are hard, and some days you just didn't feel like being there. You know, whether you were feeling bad or there was things going on at home, and it was kind people that came through my lines and cheered me up and encouraged me and thanked me for being kind, that pushed me to in my day-to-day life, you know. And that's the kind of person I want to be when I go into a grocery store or the bank or wherever. See, there, we fixed it. So all you got to do is add a bow to it. And I got to decide what ribbon I want to use for a bow. Let's see, I got more of that I just used, and I got this red and white stripe that would be cute. So make sure that you go and see Crafting with Donna up next. Go to the Stand Tall Crafting group, and you can watch all of the lives right from that group. And don't forget to be a blessing. Don't forget. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.